Welcome to day six, you guys. Welcome to day six. Okay. Glad that we made it to day six, you guys. Okay. This is one of the most transformational. Yes, you guys, this is one of the most transformational sessions, day six. Okay. Today, on day six, we are getting where the people are either stuck, we're going to get them unstuck, or getting them ready to finally shift. Okay. So, welcome to Trauma Talks Live, you guys. Okay. All right. So we're gonna get into this. This session is gonna be amazing. In case you don't know, my name is Crystal Booth, and I am a licensed clinical social worker, and I am the owner of Behind Burnout. Okay, so all right, so we're gonna really this is a 26-day live event, you guys. So 26 days, and we are at day six. 20 more days to go. Okay, all right. So thank you guys. I really, really appreciate it that you made it. And yeah, we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna really expand some of the things that I've already been talking about in these first 5 days of our life. Okay. So we're going to go deeply into the psychology of this, the neuroscience, the somatic grounding exercises, the self empathy, driving what's been driving this whole thing, and faith integration. Okay. All right. We're going to go deeply emotional, and we're going to be helping to teach you, why shame patterns are keeping you stuck. Okay. So why shame patterns are keeping you stuck. Okay. All right. So that's what our theme is. All right. So it's shame versus safety. Okay. Shame versus safety. Okay. So before we talk about shame, we need to regulate, you guys. We need to regulate. Okay. All right. All right. Because shame lives in the body. Yes. Shame lives in the body, you guys. And if you don't create safety first, your nervous system will close. Yeah, yeah. Shame lives in the body. And if you don't create the safety in your body first, your body will close. Okay. So sit back, you guys. We're going to get started on our live. Okay. I hope you're ready. All right. I hope you got your coffee or water or whatever you need. I got my water right here. Yeah. Yeah. I'm ready to go. Hopefully you are too. And sit back in your chair. Let your feet go flat on the floor. And let your body be supported. Okay. I'm going to try and do the same thing. Okay. That I'm telling you to do. And your hands on your chest. Okay. We're going to inhale 2, 3, 4. We're going to exhale that same thing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We're going to do it again. Inhale 2, 3, 4. We're going to exhale 4, 5, 6, 7. Do it like that. Okay. All right. So hopefully you guys are ready. Okay. So again, let's do it one more time. Okay. We gotta get into our body. We gotta get into safety before we start talking about all this stuff, because this stuff definitely may bring up some feelings. And so we gotta make sure that we get our bodies into safety mode first. Okay. Before we go deep into this conversation around shame. Okay. All right. So let's do it again. Sit back. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Release it. Okay. So now that you did your slow breathing, okay. All right. Now that you did your slow breathing, you guys, all right, you're in a wonderful place to start this healing journey with me. Okay. So shame tightens, compassion softens. Shame tightens, you'll feel it. It'll tighten you in your chest, but compassion softens. Okay? All right? So let's try to do that again. Okay? Shame tightens, compassion softens. Again. All right? Shame tightens, compassion softens. Pause. Let your body feel that. Shame tightens. Okay? compassion softens. Allow yourself to feel that in your body, okay? All right. Now we want to get into why is that? I know you're like, Bristol, what are you talking about? Why is that? Why does shame tighten? Why does compassion soften? Well, that's the miracle, you guys, behind deep inner soul healing with self empathy. The miracle is compassion, the miracle is self empathy. Okay. And we're going to get into that miracle today. Okay. But before we get into that miracle, I want to give you the psychology behind why this is such a miracle. Okay. What shame actually is psychologically. Okay. All right. So shame, all right, let's define shame clearly though, you guys. All right. Shame is not I made a mistake. Okay. Shame is I am the mistake. I am the mistake. Okay. So shame is not I made a mistake. It's I am the mistake. Okay. So guilt says I did something wrong. Shame says there is something wrong with me. Okay. Guilt says I did something wrong. Shame says there's something wrong with me. Okay. The most high functioning people, okay, live in shame without even realizing it. High functioning people live in shame without even realizing it. Can you imagine that? You'd never think that that would be the case because it sounds like, well, okay, I should be better than this. You know, if you're a high functioning person, you're probably thinking I should be better than this. Or why do I feel like, why do I feel I keep doing this? Or why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep doing this? Okay, what's wrong with me? And I know better. Why am I doing this? And I know better. Okay. And sometimes they say, you know better, you do better. Sometimes you know better, you do better. Sometimes you know better and you still keep falling back into the same patterns again. That happens. Okay. So, hopefully you do better, but not all the time. Okay. So that's the key thing here, you guys. Shame is internalized judgment. Shame is internalized judgment. Okay. It is a voice that formed when you felt misunderstood. All right. So shame is internalized judgment. It is the voice that you formed when you felt misunderstood. So that's what happened. Corrected without comfort. When you were corrected without giving you any kind of comfort. Okay. Emotionally dismissed, compared, or made responsible in life way too early. That's what happened. That's where shame came in. Okay. All right. So now that you understand a little bit about shame, let's go even deeper. Shame is learned, not born. Shame is learned behavior, not born. Okay? All right. So you guys, hopefully you're catching me. Hopefully you're catching me, you guys. You're understanding where I'm at right now, what I am talking about. Okay. So let's go deeper, you guys, because this is where people shift. And remember, we said we were going to be shifting here. Okay. All right. When you experience shame, you guys, your brain does not register it as emotion. Isn't that funny? When you feel shame, it doesn't even register that, oh, this is an emotion. A lot of people don't even see that. It registers shame actually as a threat. So if someone shames you, it's not registered as an emotion, even though it technically is an emotion, it's registered as a threat. Okay. All right. So, what happens in your brain? Why does this happen? Okay. Well, the amygdala activates. That's your alarm system. Okay. It's in the back of your head. I think we mentioned that before. Okay. And it sends a signal to your brain, danger. So, a lot of the times, the reason why people have a difficult time feeling shame is because they don't see it as an emotion like anger or any of the other emotions. They see it as danger, all right, as a threat, okay? All right, so let's continue. Then the nervous system responds because if the nervous system sees something as a threat or danger, it's going to go into excuse me, I apologize. It's going to go into one or three of the trauma responses, fight, flight, or freeze. Okay, so that's what happens. So when your body when your body feels shame, which is an emotion, but it registers it as danger or threat, what happens is you'll go into fight, flight, or freeze mode, and sometimes even fawn. Okay? All right. So when you say what's wrong, when they say what's wrong with me, okay? When they're like, what's wrong with you? Or you say to yourself, what's wrong with me? Your body hears you are not safe. You are not safe. That's what the body hears. So you're trying to heal inside a nervous system that feels attached to you, okay? Attacked by you, excuse me. It feels attacked by you. All right. So follow me here, okay, you guys? So when you're trying to heal inside this kind of nervous system, it feels like the nervous system is attacking you. Yeah, interesting. Okay. So this is why patterns don't change because you cannot heal inside of threat. You cannot heal inside of threat. Okay. So in order for you to heal, you have to heal inside of compassion, not threat. Okay. All right. So when shame is active, your thinking brain goes offline. Okay. So that's what's happening. So as soon as you go into shame, threat mode, danger mode, guess what? Your thinking goes offline. You can't think. Okay? So your thinking brain goes offline. Your emotional what? Brain takes over and your behavior becomes reactive. Okay? One of those fight, flight, or freeze mode. Okay? And maybe even fawn. So you go into one of your trauma responses. Is it seeing this? Your brain is seeing the situation as danger. Okay. So this can hopefully this will really help you. Okay. We're getting this blueprint. Really, we're taking this blueprint and we're unfolding it. We're really revealing it. Okay. So that's why you say, I know better, but I still do it. Okay. Even though I know better, I still do the same thing that I done in the past. And I can't stop doing it because in that moment, you're not operating from logic. Okay. You're operating from survival. Okay, so now let's now bring this into your body, you guys. Okay, so somatic experiences you need to bring this into your body. Now that you have this knowledge, now that you understand what's going on, okay, now that you're starting to get the next part 6 of this blueprint that we're doing here, okay, we're gonna connect this to our body. So it's not gonna just be in our mind. We're gonna show you how to really work this out. So now let's bring this into your body because shame is not just a thought, it's a felt experience. Okay? Think of a recent moment when you judge yourself or when someone else judged you. Okay? Don't go to your worst moment. Okay. All right. Just something small. Okay. All right. Because if you go to your worst moment, it might be really hard. It's a pretty big threat right there. Okay. So now notice, where do you feel it? Okay. Tight chest, stomach drop, throat closing, heat in your face. What do you feel? Okay. Isn't it interesting how it manifests in the body? Okay. So that sensation is your nervous system collapsing inward. Okay. That feeling that you have, that's your nervous system collapsing inward, you guys. Okay. So let's continue. All right. Shame pulls you into constriction. Okay. Collapse and withdrawal. That's what shame does. It pulls you into that. Okay. So it says hide, be small, or disappear. Okay. That's what it's telling you to do. So shame is not just emotional pain, it's psychological shutdown. It's psychological shutdown. Okay. All right. So let's continue, you guys. All right. Now let's connect the dots. Okay. We're going to connect the dots, you guys. All right. You make a mistake, you react, you shut down, you react, you people please, or you fight, flight, or freeze. Fawn is the people pleasing part. Sometimes you people please, sometimes you flight, depending on you, what type of person you are. Okay. So you're going to likely go into that trauma response. Okay. And then what do? Okay. You shame yourself. So someone shamed you, you shame yourself. Okay. So what's wrong with me? I need to do better, Okay. And you keep messing up because shame is only going to cause you to mess up again. Okay, so that shame activates your nervous system again. It leads to more reactivity, more shutdown, and more patterns. Okay, so it's reinforcing the patterns, you guys. Okay, I hope you follow me. Okay, that's that loop that you're dealing with. You're like, this is a loop. I can't get out of it, Miss Crystal. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. All right, that's why I'm here with you, you guys. You gotta make sure you follow me on Trauma Talks. Okay, we're gonna record this. This is gonna be here for you guys. You're gonna get a chance to hear it again and again. And yeah, this is serious stuff that we're talking about here. Okay, because this is keeping you in the same thing: trigger, reaction, shame, nervous system activation, repeat. Okay? This is repeated again. Trigger, reaction, shame, nervous system activation, repeat. Okay. And most people think I need more discipline. No, you need more safety. Safety in your body. Okay. You need more safety in your body. Okay. Self empathy as a rewiring tool. Okay. So let's get into it, you guys. Okay. Now let's shift. Okay. Aren't you tired of this? Don't you want to shift? Don't you want to know how to deal with this shame when it shows up? Okay. We got to get some skills so that we can start moving past things and start making the changes, because the shame is keeping you stuck. It's keeping you back in the cycle again. It's keeping you doing a thing that you know is wrong. And then it's keeping you doing it again and again and again and again. And I know you want to get your life back. Okay. Just because you did something doesn't mean you have to stay there forever. Okay. All right. So now let's shift, you guys. This is the moment. Place your hand on your chest. Think of the most self attack that you common self attack that you do. Maybe it's, oh, I hate that I always get up late, or I don't know. It could be a small thing or it could be something big. Okay, but think of the most common self attack, the one you repeat the most. Okay, then we can get rid of it. Okay, all right, get your mental health back, get you back on online. Okay, now instead of attacking yourself, say this: it makes sense that I responded that way. It makes sense that I responded that way. Again, all right, say it twice. It makes sense that I responded that way. It makes sense that I responded that way. Now say, I was protecting myself. Stay there. I was protecting myself. It made sense that I responded that way. I was protecting myself. Now you're probably thinking, Miss Crystal, aren't I encouraging this behavior? No, ma'am. No, sir. You're not encouraging this behavior. You're giving yourself compassion for the trauma response that you made. Now that you're removing the shame, now you can actually start to make the changes you need to make in that behavior. Okay? Or in that thing that you're doing that you want to stop doing. Whatever it is, okay? All right. I know you want to fix it. All right. So now I was protecting myself. All right, just breathe as you say that. What's happening neurobiologically, guys? Okay, the prefrontal cortex, all right, you're activating. That's what you're activating: the prefrontal cortex, the vagus nerve regulation, and the oxytocin releases safety. So that's what you're doing. It's releasing safety in your body. So now that your body is in safety, you can actually change the behavior that you really don't want to do. Okay? All right? But you got to get your body in safety to do that. If you really want to change, okay, this is it, you guys. Self empathy is not emotional softness, you guys. It's biological repair. Okay? Compassion tells your nervous system you are safe enough to change. All right? There is a reason scripture says, okay, there's no condemnation, because condemnation keeps you in survival mode. All right? There's no condemnation to them who are in Christ Jesus, who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. Okay? All right? So God does not transform you through shame. So, unfortunately, we all need to make some changes. Okay? All right? We all need to start changing how we are using shame, trying to use shame to get people to change. Shame does not get people to change. It gets them to repeat what they're doing. Okay? He transforms you through renewal, through safety, through grace. That's how God transforms you. You don't grow by hating yourself into change. You grow by creating safety within yourself. Okay? All right? So say this out loud. I do not need to shame myself to grow. I do not need to shame myself to grow. I can respond with understanding. I am learning safety. Okay? So that's it, you guys. Take a deep breath and out. Okay? So this week, you guys catch one moment of self-criticism. I want you to do that this week. catch one moment of self-criticism and replace it with, it makes sense. It makes sense that I did that. It makes sense that I did that. Not to excuse the behavior, but to understand your patterns. And then once you start to understand your patterns, because once you understand your patterns, guess what you do? You can change your patterns. Okay. So I thank you guys for joining me on another episode of, Trauma Talks Live. Okay. We're doing the blueprint. We're getting it done. This is going to be available for you to go ahead and review this again. And yeah, once you review this again, you guys, you're going to see that this is really working for you. This is really what you need to be. Yeah, you need to be learning and doing and implementing this on a daily basis. Okay. So thank you guys. Check the comments. I have something for you in the comments. And yeah, continue your journey. And I'll see you guys next Monday at 5 o'clock. Okay. Right around 5 o'clock. You see me jumping on. Okay. If I'm a little bit late, have mercy on me because sometimes I get really busy on Mondays. So, okay. So thank you guys. All right. And see you next time. Bye bye.